Oh, hello. Hey, here I am again, Greg, coming to you from Glendale, California. Well, this I've posted a couple of videos relating to running my tongue over things, and when I'm bored, I like to run my tongue over things that aren't too unsanitary. Like I might run it over the keys of my keyboard or over my hand, kind of like that. What I like to do, what I have sort of found is that for whatever reason, I think because your tongue is a very sensitive organ, when you run your tongue over something, you experience that thing a little differently than you do, I guess, by touching it with your hands or the rest of your body. Why your tongue is so sensitive, I don't know. I think it has more blood cells in it because it is red or pink. And when you experience something differently, I think it leads to new questions in your mind, new things to get interested in or to explore or investigate. So, for example, like I was running my tongue or just putting the knuckle of my thumb in my mouth, and it led to me looking on the internet. Well, I wanted to see what the knuckle actually looks like inside. It's kind of hard for me to tell from the way it feels, or within the thumb or to my mouth, what it actually looks like inside. So I was able to go and look at kind of like x-ray or diagrams of what the arrangement is inside of the bones of the finger, and that was pretty cool, because I noticed that they're not a joint. The bones where your knuckle is, that's where two bones are meeting, but they're not joined together like a hinge. They're the bones aren't, it's two separate bones, and then it's tendons that are kind of joining them together. And I believe that's, I'm not sure, I didn't check the fingers, but I think that is the same on the fingers. So, but if I hadn't put my thumb in my mouth, I wouldn't have even thought to look into that. And then I was thinking about, I was running my tongue over the plastic of my keyboard, and it got me interested in how plastic is made. So I started investigating that on Google and YouTube, and that was pretty interesting to learn more about how that material is made. And then I had mentioned I've run my tongue occasionally over the carpet, and I picked up hair in the carpet, and that got me wondering how thread is made, because if you think of the fibers of cotton, they're only an inch or an inch and a half long, but they get joined into thread that's 100 yards long or even longer in clothing factories. I mean, spools of thread that are 500 feet long or 500 yards long, I believe. But I was able to watch some videos on YouTube about how thread is made. They mention air splicing, that somehow air is forces the fibers to splice together. And I tried to investigate air splicing. I didn't get I didn't make any progress beyond just the term air splicing and the general concept that the fibers are spliced or forced together by air. But it is progress, and it is good to know. And then putting the sleeve of my pajamas in my mouth is like touching it with my tongue. Got me to wondering how cloth is made. And so I was reading about that and watching some videos on YouTube. That one I still don't get. I was getting how the warp and the weft, they're interwoven, their threads are run at a 90-degree angle under and around other threads. I still don't really get how it all holds together. But again, it's a step forward. It's an interesting subject. And I guess once you understand the concept, maybe you could get more interested in the things your hands are feeling, and it could become, you could investigate on that basis. Right now I can feel my hands, but it doesn't lead as easily to new questions in my mind. Somehow getting the things in my mouth or running my tongue over them leads to the new questions. It just seems to be that the mouth and the tongue are just powerful that way. They just make you more aware, and becoming more aware leads to new questions. So if I now was looking for a new question, I could run my tongue over my hand. Well, that makes me aware of the body hair that's on top, and then body hair, you might lead to a new question why human body hair is not as stiff as animal hair. And then you might think, well, the stiffness maybe keeps an animal warmer. And then you might ask yourself, why is it that stiff hair is warmer? Maybe stiff hair is harder, so that the cold can't penetrate as well. But you sort of see the process. By running my tongue over it, it led to some interesting new questions that I couldn't get by feeling my hand with my other hand. So if you follow the principle and you like to explore your world, this is a pretty good way to lead to questions that will allow you to delve into your world more deeply.